Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Aiden West, and I'm here with my awesome co host, Christian.
Hey guys, I'm back again.
And
It's gonna be a really good show.
we have our actual second co host, David. He's the D. We have the D.
We have the
I
D.
am the D. What's good?
Alright, yeah, so we have the C.A.D. now. You finally have the full prescription.
We have we have the
Yeah,
entire
man.
CAD file.
Yeah, we do. So, Christian, how's your day?
It's pretty good, man. Just really laid back. Really busy morning though, but I'm just exhausted. A lot of working out and stuff. So, how about you?
I've been doing pretty good. I did nothing really too exciting today, but it's just
Nice.
you losing track of the days at this point. And
Same.
and now we're with our new co-host here. He will be here to stay. David, how have you been?
I've been all right. I've just been relaxing today. Like nothing much to do. Homework I've already done. It's all good.
See, man.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna start off by asking you, how has your coronacation been going so far?
Me?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course. We already talked with
okay.
Christian.
Oh yeah. All
Yeah.
right. My chronocation overall, you know what? It's pretty good. It's just stay home and just play Xbox, homework, relax. And you know what? I even picked up a new like hobby, kind of. I make music a little bit now.
That's really cool.
I murder.
Do you have a name yet, or?
Yeah,
No,
what's your
I don't
rapper
have
name?
I don't have a rapper name. Okay, I don't rap.
They call him Big
Uh,
D.
yes, I am big. I am Big D. Copyrighted and claimed. Just all of
Amazing.
that.
We have Big
They're
D
Yeah,
mine.
here.
that's great. That's great.
I am Big D.
All right. I'm gonna ask you the same questions here, David, as I asked Christian yesterday to see your take. So I'm gonna guess that you know about the game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm gonna assume, right?
Yes, I'm relatively familiar with that game. Yes.
So a new character was teased for the game, and it is from one of Nintendo's own games. It is from the not so hit game Arms. Do you know what that game is?
Wait, what game? What's it called
Arms.
again?
Yeah,
Arms?
yeah. You know that
I've
game?
never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Exactly.
Never even heard of it.
And that's your take. He doesn't even know of this game.
I don't even know this game. But you know what? I'm gonna let you know that I'm pretty sure this character is gonna be an arm.
You could be right. So that was unexpected that he doesn't even know what Arms is. That just shows how poorly made of a game this is. That's not that great. But let's go on to the next thing I was gonna bring up here to ask him. So you know the game Doom, right? By id Software,
Oh yes. Oh yes. I do. I am very familiar with this video game.
and you know about Doom Eternal now. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I definitely do.
All right. So may I ask you your opinions on it? What's your opinion on the Doom series?
The Doom series in general,
Yeah, just in general, just the
or
games.
that just one. You know what? I've played like the original first Doom and this part Doom 2, and then I played the Doom 2016, and
Hmm.
I just want to say they're all very enjoyable.
I'm
Just
glad to
very
hear.
enjoyable. You just go out and just have get at it, just kill demons.
Yeah,
Fun time.
it's a really fun time here. So I guess I have a couple new questions for both of you. So I'm gonna start
Alright.
off with some new developments here with the coronavirus and all the fun things. Today we've had the largest spike in cases and deaths in New York for
Yeah.
its
Oh,
whole
oh
time.
yeah.
And I'm guessing both of you saw this. What are your thoughts on this?
You know what?
I think that's
Uh,
expected.
yeah, it's really expected. Just like, I mean, New York City's really just where it's really at. They say New York, but really it's just 95% of it's New York City.
Well,
Yeah.
not
It's just
really
it's
though.
just
There's almost a
yeah.
hundred
Maybe
cases of where we are, which will be undisclosed. But
Yeah.
there's a lot
oh,
of
actually,
cases.
oh yeah. There are a bunch of cases.
There's a
Yes,
bunch of cases
actually, I
all
just
around New
realized
York. New York's one of the
there
worst
are
places. We
all
have
over
over
here.
100,000 cases right now. That's more than a lot
I
of
mean, I don't want
countries.
to like. I mean, people were assuming what's it called? Like it would be like California. That would be like the worst.
Yeah,
But really,
it's
it's not
really
California. I'd say California easily would be the second. Is it? I'm
no.
pretty sure it is second.
I don't think
No.
it's the second.
But it's up. I know California for sure would be up there, but New York definitely has it worse because of New York City.
Yeah, New York City, and I really think it's just the people that really make it this bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's we've had a lot of bad luck here, and
Yeah, I mean, and to add, I mean, like just the fact that it's one of the most populated cities in the world, that
well,
doesn't help.
we're
So,
one of the most populated states in general. We have a lot of people here, and it's like we're at the center of business here. We got a lot of businesses. We're like we're one of the biggest places for the economy to thrive. And when we're
yeah,
tanking, that means really everything else is going to be tanking. So it's
Oh,
really
yeah,
good to
look
yeah.
at
see
the
It's
that right
definitely
stocks.
taking a
now.
big hit to the
Look at
economy.
the Tesla stocks.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man. That's
Oh,
funny.
So
Yeah.
I also
So
saw
yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're definitely in some. We're pretty screwed, man.
yeah, I also
Not even
saw
lying.
that
I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen. I'm just personally, I'm not too afraid of the
Yes, I'm just in
well,
it for the ride, man. I'm not in control of any of this, so like, it's not much.
yeah, I really get that cuz you guys are more of the responsible type who are just following rules and trying to be as precautious as possible cuz you don't want anyone dying here. But that's not
Yeah,
everyone really. But
yeah, yeah.
I saw that Bill Gates, he's going to be funding of the making of the vaccines, the test vaccines
Oh yeah, I'm sure
of
it is. I'm sure it is.
for corona. And
Eh.
I think we talked about this last episode, Christian. If we didn't, that Bill Gates was the one who made a kind of prediction up for it. Like we were talking about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
The
that. I've seen that. Yeah.
predicted like 60 million deaths or something.
yeah, he made a program to predict and see how it would be. Do
Yeah.
you think he should that like I we talked about this that rich people should be helping out, very rich like him, and do you think he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart, or do you think he's doing it for there's some other reason that we don't really know?
Well, number one, probably money. There's a lot of money in vaccines and everything in the
Yeah.
industry. They could definitely be using it for that. But on, like a side note, real quick,
Mhm.
I watched some video from Fox News and you know Tucker Carlson.
Yes, I do.
So he's talking about how the strain of bat where they think the coronavirus came from isn't like anywhere close to Wuhan, and they have a bunch of labs close to Wuhan
Mhm.
that that test the bats. They use them as test subjects and
Really?
stuff. So he's saying that I mean it's just it's brand new. So he's thinking that it could be a possibility that it originated in one of those labs. But uh, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. But if Bill Gates was somehow connected to any of that, they could be if they did make the virus or whatever. They definitely could have made it for money to make like vaccines to sell.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, most
just
definitely.
another something to think about, I guess. I don't know, I'm just yeah. But
Yeah, I see that.
yeah, he definitely yeah, I think it could be out of the goodness of his heart, but there's definitely money involved.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Um,
Um,
that's really what I got about anything about
For sure.
Corona. Just any updates that I've been just looking around here because
I got a bunch of stuff, man. Hold up.
if you want to continue, then go
Yo,
ahead. If either
Dude,
one of you guys,
hold up. I
oh,
got. All right,
we
so
can wait to get into our
due
main
to
point, our main topic
all
here for
right,
today.
yeah. So due to the coronavirus, there's been it might be a record high of 2.5 million guns sold in March
Really?
in the United States alone. Yep.
because of
Also,
coronavirus.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And then
That's
I also
awesome.
saw that what's really freaking insane. I saw this on the news. I think it was testing kits in Europe or being shipped to Europe. They found that they had the actual coronavirus
I
strand
saw that
in the
actually.
kits.
That's
What the heck?
that's really strange.
Actually, it's actually like yeah.
So are they like,
I,
yeah, what the heck is going on with that, man?
Well, first,
I
let's
mean,
start off with the first
I
thing
have
you
a
said here.
feeling.
But you're talking about the gun sales going on a high here, which
Yeah,
is, and it's funny in a way, but it seems kind of scary that the two things people resort to when they're scared is guns and booze. Because you could have
well,
seen that people run to the liquor stores to get booze,
well,
but the whole thing is
they're using
they're
guns.
getting guns just to feel protected, right? Is that
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
think it is? But it's kind
yeah,
of scary
definitely,
that a
definitely.
bunch of people are having guns just because of some virus. Do you think because what do you think people are gonna do to defend themselves off from a virus? You can't shoot a virus. You can shoot a person though. So
No,
Oh
I
yeah.
think
there's no.
they'd be using it for armed robberies. Because if it gets to the point where people are starving to death and they're gonna start freaking breaking into homes to steal,
Looters.
yeah, looters, you're going to need to arm yourself because I'm sure people will kill to eat.
Oh, of
Sadly,
Not just
course,
that, but
yes.
but resources like food, like
yeah,
canned food, like
that's what
toilet
I'm
paper.
saying. So I mean, I
Yeah,
definitely I'd
I
stay
see
armed in
that.
your house.
Just for
Um,
so you're saying people are buying this not only just to feel safe in general, but they're buying this because they're just to fend off armed robbers. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying
yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
do you think, David?
Oh, I think for sure, like the gun sales go up because like I don't know if it's likely that there could be a possibility of such desperation that like looters will start like being in common sight, like to look for resources, like really anything just to steal. But I feel like it's definitely a concern because like it's pretty bad the coronavirus how it is, but it's just a matter of time to see how much worse it can get
Yeah, of course.
because you like really it's just it's still kind of like it's just getting bad.
Yeah,
Like
and the spike's going to. People are saying that our all time high is going to be. So the top of the curve is going to be in 2 weeks. Do
I
you.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to keep going? Do you think that's really where it's going to be? Like, do you think it's going to go higher after that? Or do you think that's it?
It depends. I mean, like.
Do you think it could get worse?
I
I
think it definitely could get worse. I mean, we're not able to control it or anything. I mean, too many people have been infected, so
Yeah,
I
I get
think
that.
uh, we're gonna kind of just have to ride it out, man. The U.S. is because there's not really much we can do about it, so we're just gonna it's gonna have to take its toll, man. Sadly.
Yeah. And a lot of things are being affected, school especially. So, I've said previously on the last episode that we're not going to be having school, but there could be still exams. The AP exam is still going to
ooh,
be on, but the thing is, it's a very modified version where it's only
Mm-hmm.
45 minutes compared to the super test. And it's really strange to see because this AP exam is supposed to be very hard and difficult, but now all it is a 45-minute test. I thought it was like 3 hours, and it basically
What the heck?
it got cut by 2/3, basically. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I know for a fact like a lot of students are not going to perform well, like
yeah,
for a fact because like really
because
like
people aren't learning
yeah they're
as good
doing
as they can.
I mean
I
yeah
mean, what
they're
about people
I mean
learning
yeah
disabilities?
I mean yeah, like really, kids. Yeah, they're studying. They're doing their homework and everything at home. But like, that's not the only thing they're doing. Like, school's not the number one thing on their mind. It's like whatever they're gonna do. Like during the coronavirus. Like yeah, like me personally, I wake up in the morning, do my homework, and then I just go on about my day. And I don't think of homework again. Like
Yeah,
my
it's more of an
my computer
afterthought.
is like completely
It's
yeah.
like a
It's just
chore.
like it's really it is.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's
is.
a
It
chore.
honestly really is.
Yeah.
It's just like oh it's a priority, it needs to get done, but like I don't need to think too much about it. Just do
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
now.
now
it's
they're gonna start
definitely.
grading these things too. There's a letter sent out.
They are. Oh,
Yeah, they're gonna start grading these
that's
things.
scary.
But do you think they should be grading this stuff during this kind of time?
I
And
mean, it depends on the school district. I mean, if it's a really crappy school district, then
no
I don't know.
reason.
It's really complex. It's a complex like topic, I guess,
Yeah, in
because
general,
I mean, I mean,
because
like I say college. like colleges definitely like should like still
Well,
be
they're really
grading
shut
like
down for good. Right now,
y-
colleges are
like
out. They're
like
just
all
trying to
together.
basically.
I mean,
They're giving
do they
online
have any online
courses.
class?
I think they
Yeah,
are
online
giving online
courses for sure.
courses.
Yeah, I think they're on college online like colleges, their online courses like they should be graded because like people already like do college like strictly online. Like my mother is
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's a really confusing
Like
situation, and if
she's like
school gets canceled for the state, or because a lot of other states are canceling their schools for the year, and that means their semester is null and void. So I personally believe that that's what's gonna happen in New York
oh for
because
sure.
we're
I
the
wouldn't be
worst.
surprised if it wouldn't.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
Buffalo's
we
talking
have
about
the
closing
worst.
for the rest of the
Yeah,
year. Buffalo's
Buffalo,
talking about that.
and if Buffalo's gonna be doing it, then it's just gonna be a chain of events,
Hmm.
just going down like a domino effect. But
It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah,
there's a lot of this Corona thing's really crazy, and it's people. I
yeah.
think it's really the virus isn't doing as much as the people. I think the people and their mass hysteria are really causing this kind of problem because they're being either
But yeah,
completely
what we talked
ignorant
about. Yeah, but what we talked about last week, I mean, last
episode.
podcast was the media isn't helping either. They're
Yes.
not.
Hmm.
They're
Yeah.
they're helping the issue. I mean, they're creating mass hysteria. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're pretty bad off though because yeah, like the media was telling us that it wasn't as bad as the flu originally,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah, like
had
before, like
China
yeah,
lying to us. So we're pretty screwed.
yeah, like we don't like before, like it's not like we heard like nonstop. It's not that bad. It's like not a huge issue. But then
That's what
like
I thought
unfor like
originally.
yeah, I really like this is just gonna blow over. That's what I thought. Like we're gonna just be out of school for like a week. And it's
Yeah,
just gonna blow right
Yeah, it's
over.
crazy
But
now.
it actually didn't. Yeah, like it's still a huge like
And we're probably
concern
gonna
for
be out for
everyone.
the year. So, and I think we're gonna be wrapping up a little bit for this Corona because we already had a whole episode for it.
oh
But
yeah, you're right. So for that.
yeah. So yeah, schools isn't looking good. The teachers are at such a high risk. A lot of people are at high risk, and it's not looking good for America right now. So it's really
No.
just up to the people. And like I and Christian said last episode, you just gotta make sure you're informing yourself because
Yeah,
if you're
it
informing
always has to be
yourself,
on your
you
mind.
guys will be set because you just gotta know what you're dealing with. Because ignorance really
Yeah,
Yeah.
kills people, and if you're
yeah,
worried for no reason, then it's not gonna go well. But yeah, I'm gonna move on.
yeah.
Unless you
Definitely,
guys
we should
want
do
to
that.
say anything else about this little last thing.
No,
Uh,
I think we got it down with testing kits and with yeah, that was just absolutely insane. And the other thing. Oh, I saw this. I think it was the UN wants 10% of the planet's annual income
mhm.
in fund for coronavirus response. And that came from I think Centipede News.
Ooh, 10%
That's a
of
lot.
annual world income.
That's
Yeah, I mean that's the thing interesting. But
That's a
oh yeah, I
lot
totally
of
forgot to mention
money.
guys. Yeah, with
That's a
the whole Bill
lot of
Gates thing,
money.
him and a vaccine company, I think it's
yeah.
Microsoft and a vaccine company. They talked about creating vaccines that had implants in them to create a digital ID or whatever. And so I think that's something to think about. It's kind of scary, man.
Yeah.
Especially if they're gonna try doing something with that with the coronavirus, so they could track your health or whatever.
Yeah, that
So
is
Or
kind of
like, or
scary.
even track you in general. Like it's even more like an invasion of privacy,
yeah, I mean,
possibly.
okay, for our listeners, look up ID 2020. It's just
I.e.,
there's trying.
2020.
Yeah, like look. I think it's RFID or RDIF chips. Very interesting. Yeah, it's some good. Yeah, it's some scary stuff, but it's definitely worth looking into. But all right, yeah, we
Yeah.
should definitely get to our main topic now.
We still got time. I got another little thing here. So, this is just news recently, and this is stuff I
Yeah.
follow because it's kind of my hobbies. Do you guys know about the famous Japanese kaiju named Godzilla? I'm guessing you guys
Of
know about
course.
Godzilla.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So I'm guessing you know the famous. This is a very famous company, Wizards of the Coast. They make a lot of cool products. They make trading card games. They make lots of video games. They do
Um.
Dungeons and
I'm.
Dragons. They're pretty big.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wait, what are they called again?
Wizards of the Coast. They're very big
Do
I
they
company.
make
really
like
haven't heard of
magic?
them,
Are they
but
like the people behind
I'm
magic or
familiar
something?
with.
Yeah, they are. They
Yeah.
make Magic the
Oh,
Gathering,
I'm
and
not.
yeah,
they
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
made
not
D&D.
familiar with their company. Yeah, I'm not completely familiar with the company like as a whole, but I do know their stuff. Like yeah, Magic. Yeah, I know what that stuff is.
Well, I believe it was the fifth. This year is the 50th anniversary for Godzilla and his
Oh,
first
dang.
showing.
Mm.
So Toho, the
Holy
owners of
shit.
Godzilla, and Wizards of the Coast are having a collab where their new card set for Magic is going to be including special cards based on the monsters from Godzilla. And they're
That's
Oh,
doing
that's
this.
cool.
fire.
There's over I think 20
Oh,
different cards. They're full art and they're representing different monsters or kaijus from the whole show as a whole.
dude.
And it's
That's
I
actually really sick.
yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna
guys.
lie. I might look into it.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
might
y'all might
actually
think I'm
look
a little
into it.
nerdy, but I got into a little bit into magic like a couple of years ago with my friends, and I mean we play like every summer or whatever. But that sounds really cool.
it's
Yeah,
I'm into that.
I've never really gotten into Magic, but I've watched a lot of like films like of Godzilla and everything, which
Yeah,
seems really cool.
see, I'm more of the probably one of the nerdiest ones out here, because
Yeah,
I play D&D. I do all that stuff because I think it's really fun. It's really just a time
yeah,
to have
definitely.
fun. And same thing with Magic. Magic is such a fun game, and it really challenges your mind. And with seeing this kind of stuff, I think it's so cool to see one of my childhood favorite just characters is gonna be on my one of my favorite hobbies. So I get to see this
Yeah,
kind of crossover, and the art is quite amazing. It's so cool, and
Yeah,
you
I'm for
should.
sure gonna
I
look
think
into
people
that.
should. Yeah, you guys should look into it. But getting the cards may be the hard part. And they have two exclusive Japanese cards, which will probably be even harder to get. But that's
Just try to
yeah.
flip it or
You
something.
just gotta order it. But it's really cool to see that kind of stuff, and that's the good news.
yeah,
We get to
definitely.
see two companies coming together and make something great to celebrate history, and it's cool. That was just my good news that I
That is
saw.
really cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because everyone knows what
Um,
Godzilla is. He's like the biggest
yeah. I mean,
monster of them all.
honestly, guys, we can start doing that on our podcast. We can just start doing like good news at the end or whatever.
Yeah, we could do
Or in
good
the
news.
beginning either. Yeah, that'd be fun, man.
I guess we can go into our main topic, and then we can do
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the side stuff later. So our main topic for today is going to be talking about YouTube, and it's just YouTube in general, and mostly its problem it's been having. And I'd like to start off. I know probably everyone who's listening or watching listens and watches videos on YouTube. I know you guys both do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've noticed, but this is also going to the coronavirus thing. But any YouTuber who even mentions the name of COVID-19 or coronavirus has been getting demonetized, even though
Really?
they're not using it offensively. They've just been on their bot has been banning them, and that's been a huge problem lately. Because
That
YouTube's been bad with their demonetization, and this is just
I mean, I
making
feel,
it way worse.
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, like, I feel like they've always been like really bad with demonetization. Like,
They really have.
really just like, yeah, it's just like either like super sensitive, like where it's not really necessary, or, like they just demonetize like for almost like everything. Like
All right,
a lot gets
That's
so do
almost
they
demonetized.
just all
censoring.
right? All
Yeah,
right, so
that actually kind of is. Yeah.
all right, so do they only demonetize like language most of the time, or like what are their guidelines?
They have their
Really
guidelines, so
like a
but it's a lot
I
of
don't have
language that
like
goes into it. Cause like
that
there's the obvious
language.
things that they would go into their guidelines. So like the abusing of animals, you can't be showing that. Like that's just an obvious, or you'd get
Yeah.
restricted in a way. And what you say, like you
Hmm.
can't say bad stuff, you can't say racist stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You
they
can't be
ban
racist.
they really demonetize people for random reasons. And there's the copyright strikes that really isn't right. There's been a lot of YouTubers that have been really taken advantage of because they've been using content from other people, but they're using it under the fair laws and usage because
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
they
fair
fully
use.
credit everyone and they use small bits of whatever media it is, whether it be a picture, a clip of video, or a little bit of audio. They always credit the source, and they use little of it, but it's also used for a different uh, kind of. They're using it for their own content. So it's
Yeah.
original in the way that they're not only just reposting it, but they're adding their own commentary and making it theirs. And YouTube's been
Hmm.
just been demonetizing lots of people, and recently they've been destroying channels for, like, not destroying, but basically taking down channels for little to no reason. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we get
yeah,
problems there. I mean, if they're not specifically telling people that they can't be posting that kind of stuff, but then they're demonetizing them for posting it, I mean, then we probably have some problems. But I mean, YouTube, it's obviously not anymore. Like, it's not really like, how do I word it? Like, not when I say free, like platform in the way that you can't really like say what you want, or
yeah,
I
it's
mean, like if it's
very,
not
in a
Oh yeah,
way,
like
it's really,
freedom
yeah,
of
censored.
speech
it's
and
very
stuff. Yeah.
censored,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
just like
sad.
Yeah,
I've
for
seen I've
sure.
seen the change over the past couple of years. It's sad. Um,
And like a lot of people are suffering from this kind of this change of censoring everybody, because a lot of YouTubers that are famous, that's their life, and getting
mhm.
demonetized really does harm them a lot. And if it's for no
Yeah,
good reason, then it's
Yeah,
really
it's like
unfair
it's
to
for a
them.
job. Yeah, like they use it like YouTube is like a lot of jobs now. Their
Yeah,
job is like surrounded around YouTube alone. Like, and then they're like losing money and stuff from it. Like that
they're
literally
losing
puts
their
food on their
time
plate.
and their money for it. And the thing is, with this kind of demonetization that's being random, they're doing it to people who aren't really breaking the guidelines, but they're doing it just to
hmm
people they don't really like because they're having an opinion that's not with theirs. So you could see these
Oh yeah, for
very.
sure.
I know you've guys probably seen it, but there's kids
No, I've seen
channels.
it with. I mean, I
You know, the
haven't just
kids
seen it with that,
channels that
but
are really
conservative.
scary. Like, they're posting not that very. They're posting very weird and very just inappropriate stuff, and it's directed towards kids. And
The heck?
What?
you haven't seen like the live action videos with the Disney characters doing stuff to each other, like either murdering,
No, man.
impregnating each other, and it all seems nice
What
and
the
playful,
frick?
but it's very weird and demented, and I honestly would not want my kids watching that kind of stuff, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you look on the website and you look just for kids, and it's all this weird and nothing you would actually want to have your kids see. There's another case of this YouTuber who takes live sea creatures, and she posts on her channel these videos of her taking a live sea creature and slowly toying with it out of water, and then eventually cutting its limbs off and eating it alive. And some people
What the
debate,
heck?
yeah, and some people debate whether sea creatures have emotions or not. But she's doing this to animals like octopi, and octopi have actually they're almost as smart. They're as smart as humans. Basically, they're hyper intelligent like dolphins. And she would
Yeah.
cut off an octopus's limbs, and while it's still alive, and she would toy around with it out of water and then eat it alive. And she does
Yeah,
this.
that definitely that alone
Honestly,
definitely go
honestly,
under
guys,
the
I think it comes
animal
down
harming
to
and
what
torture.
And
I think
this
they need to set strict guidelines. They already have it, and say what they want on their website, man. Because yeah, that sounds pretty screwed up. But
because this is directed toward kids is the same thing, and this is a woman who's physically torturing and
Yeah,
killing
that's like
animals
it's not
for
right.
kids to watch, and this is directly,
Like wait, it's directed to kids?
yes, this is directed toward kids.
That's
and
messed up.
And what's happening is this person is breaking the guidelines directly by having direct harm and abuse of live animals with intelligence, because these animals do have emotions and feelings, and she's just killing them on just YouTube for kids to watch, the kids to laugh at. And this is
well, I mean,
putting
I
the
would have a problem with her just killing it just to eat it.
well,
No, my problem with that would
she's
just be
playing with
well, no,
it.
Yeah,
I'll
like she's
well,
like
then my
toying with it.
problem would
That's
just
messed
be
up.
her directing it at children. Because
Uh,
dude, I'm all
Well,
about
it's
eating
she's.
animals. That's just me, bro. I'm like
Yeah,
It's
but
not
like
that
mainstream.
no,
I
but
don't
she
want to
no
eat
no no. It's not
animals.
just that. No,
It's that
no,
she's
like she
abusing live
did.
animals before
Yeah,
killing. She doesn't. She
Well, an
kills them in the most.
octopus.
She kills them in the most inhumane way possible.
like Christian, would you be okay? Like, yeah, it's like some like twisted, messed up person like decides like, hey, I want to go. Like hunting's not like not. It's
Hunting's
not
not bad. Imagine you shoot a deer in its legs
acceptable.
and then
Yeah,
cut off
but
all of
yeah,
its legs
like
first.
Yeah, well, that's just being like that's
Inhumane.
just animal cruelty. That's
That's what
yeah,
inhumane.
this
it
is.
really just
This
is.
is what these
Yeah, it's
videos
what this
are.
is.
And these are directed toward
Yeah.
kids. And she's getting monetization off of these videos.
Wait, they're monetized,
Yes.
dude.
She gets
No.
money off of these videos. And she's not getting anything taken down. And she's being featured to kids. While other YouTubers are making actual content, telling the truth, and are giving their opinions on things that are happening currently, are getting censored and tucked away by YouTube so they don't get to see any opinions that don't really benefit them. And
Yeah, yeah.
and the thing is, this could happen to our podcast. We could be put away
Yeah,
by
like we
YouTube
could. Yeah, we
because
could.
if
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could like say anything.
we
Yeah,
could
we
get
could just
goes.
like say something like, oh, like really just like say something that we believe in, and then YouTube like, oh yeah, no, I don't believe in that.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
And
mean
then
I've
like
seen
boom.
guys. I've seen this kind of censoring stuff on many platforms. I've seen. I think it was Steven Crowder. He was being censored on YouTube,
yeah,
and he
he's
all
a
he has is just he has conservative content, and it's absurd. And
well, a lot of
I've
his
seen it with
content is him
Instagram.
asking other people too. He's like including the people
Yeah.
into his stuff, and he's a very good YouTuber. And he's not doing
No, I mean
anything
I've
to
seen.
offend anyone. He's just asking for
Yeah.
opinions. That's what he does. He says his opinion, and he's not saying this is right. This is definitely right. He's just saying his opinion out there, and he does it very politely. Actually, he's a very polite person.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he had like a court case with YouTube too. But I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen it with other platforms too, like TikTok. A lot of pro-life accounts are being censored while they allow these horrible like pro-abortion videos. They just allow them out there. It's kind of it's really whack. And same with like Instagram. I've seen a lot of conservative and libertarian accounts just get shadow banned, censored.
Yeah.
It's really sad, honestly.
And
yeah, it's messed up. Like, really, just shouldn't be happening at all.
really, what's the scary part about this is that it can happen to any one of us. Because
Anyone, yeah.
let's say we're being content creators right now, and we're just trying to start off and get our ideas out there. It's so easy for us to
Yeah.
say one little slip up and then our career's done. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
No,
with
no,
this.
like literally, like the slip up and the slip up could be like, yeah, I feel like Donald Trump's like perfectly right for saying this or this, and I agree with it. Like that could be the slip up, and then boom, like it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really does suck because there's a lot of people who have great ideas and they're just
Yeah.
too scared to get it out there because YouTube doesn't really enforce their rules because it's very easy for them to take it down if there's anything bad in it. And there's also the other people who come on, the other users who come on and really just harass the people like the uploaders and content creators. And that
Yeah,
can
no,
take a huge effect in it. And I think YouTube should be more strict about that kind of thing because YouTubers such as I know it's pretty bad to bring up, but you guys know who Etika is, right?
Oh
no.
yeah, I know
And
what you're talking about.
I know a lot of his fans and followers tried to help him, but there was always those people who would bring him down and say very bad stuff about him, and they would
Yeah, it's
constantly
terrible.
harass and send threats to him, and that's what eventually led that basically destroyed his
Yeah,
mental stability and drove him to do
yeah.
the worst. So YouTube should really take from that, and they pretending like that never happened. They pretend like his death never
Yeah.
happened, and it's sad because he was such an influential person.
He
People
was
looked up to
like
him.
I literally I started to just hear about him like literally 2 weeks before what happened. Like, and he was a cool dude. He really was.
He was always nice to
Like,
everybody.
yeah, he was starting like to get like play Minecraft with this YouTuber FitMC, like on this like anarchy server, like 2v2t. Like and he was just what's it called? Like he was just starting out, having fun, and like just later, like Fit literally just met the guy. Yeah, and then like 2 weeks later, just about, and then he like, did what he did.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I think YouTube needs to be strict to their guidelines, not have a double standard, and be the same with everybody. And yeah, I mean, just go according to guidelines, and if it goes against the guidelines, well then, I mean, obviously do what you gotta
take it
do.
down
But
or give it a
yeah,
strike. But like, let's go back to like the users. Like these people are very negative in the comments who are like there's not giving constructive criticism because
Oh
that's
those
yeah,
okay.
people
sure. Like
are those people
comment,
are
yeah,
needed.
like comment.
But like there's a most people are saying very terrible, racist, anti-Semitic kind of things in these comments for no reason, and YouTube really just does nothing about it. They're too busy taking
Yeah,
I
down
mean,
it's
the thoughts
horrible.
that they don't like
Like
me,
really,
into
yeah,
really
yeah.
looking.
yeah.
Really, they should like pay attention more like to actual users that are like commenting like terrible stuff.
And also
Like
posting this
just
kind of
like
stuff. There's a lot of
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
bad
okay,
if
things that are
yeah,
out
if they
there.
were
yeah, like
this, if they seem
yeah, like
across, then I'd be fine with that. Because I mean, I'm all about free speech. Honestly, I think that you should be allowed to say whatever you want, as long as you're not
actually,
endangering other people.
yeah. Personally, like what I think is like if they like they would get like a they should get like a if they say something bad like or like something I don't know like let's say they say something bad like to a YouTuber or like to someone else in the comments, then just remove their right to comment like for a little bit
Yeah,
Yeah.
for like
because
for like a
we
week
shouldn't
like
really.
ban them from comments for a week, ban them like the second offense 2 weeks a month, and then but if it like happens like a fourth offense or something, just like ban them completely from commenting and posting on
But I
their
mean,
accounts.
honestly, why the heck are these YouTubers looking at their comments? Why do they care so much about what these people are saying? I
Because
mean,
that's
that's
how they
kind
get
of
their
on
job.
them.
Well,
Yeah, they gotta look through an
yeah, because they gotta
construction
find what they're doing
criticism.
right and what they're doing
Yeah,
wrong. They can't be seeing that.
Oh, true,
Like,
true.
when you're
I
looking
mean
through, you just don't want to see
But then
death
what are they?
threats.
Then why are they saying this? Why are they taking this stuff to heart? That's the question. Why are they taking what these
Because
people are
that's
saying
their
to heart?
job,
That's
Christian.
obviously
That's like what
that's
they do.
obviously
it's
no,
like
no. I'm saying no. The horrible crap people are saying. Why are they taking it to heart? That's
Well,
what
we're
I'm
all
saying.
human, Christian. It's like you sometimes you take it personally, and there could be other
Yeah.
factors going into it. And really, because if you get made fun of constantly, because they're saying hundreds and thousands to maybe even hundreds of thousands of comments that are just saying these kind of things, it really wears down at you because you have like this kind of
it
wall.
does.
You have
Yeah,
like a
over
mental
time it definitely
wall,
does.
and you just get to see this and see all these negative comments. It starts wearing it down at you, and then one comment will make you snap, and
Well,
that's what happens to
well,
people.
yeah, but I mean, but then it comes down to well, what is your foundation of your self worth? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
What do you think your self worth is? Is it based off of what other people think of you? Well, then you're gonna have problems. I mean, a lot of people put their self worth in their faith. That's where they find value. Other people find it in their work. I don't know. But yeah, if you're putting your self worth in what other people are saying about you, you're definitely gonna have
Well,
problems. You
that's
should
technically their
definitely try
work.
to.
That's the thing. But also,
Sure.
but like I said, there's people like you're always looking for. There's a lot of people who just look for like gratification from what they do. So
Yeah.
that's just a thing. But yeah, there's YouTubers really do have a hard time with what they do because
Oh
constantly
yeah, for sure.
uploading and having that constant just dread on them to make something very high quality, something that hasn't been done before, and they're
Hmm.
always doing that. And it wears down on them. We've seen this countless times with famous YouTubers, and they also
I
have
mean,
to
for
deal
us,
with
for
they have to deal with these
okay, what?
constant like threats. They have legal threats they have to deal with from greedy people who
Hmm.
try to bend the law to their need and
Yeah,
wants. And it's sad to see these high quality creators being like dusted and like put to the curb because they don't have the financial money to fight back, to fight for their rights because other people have a little bit more money than them and they get put down because they had that mistake.
I mean, for us though, if we ever get big on YouTube or if we ever get to YouTube and we're getting quite a few followers, I really, they're not. I'm probably not going to read the comments. I really don't care what they have to say. I'm doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, of course.
I'll be doing
I
my thing.
probably
Like
would read. I personally probably would read the
so
comments,
I
but
really don't
honestly,
care
like
what they
I
have to
just
say most of the time.
yeah, I probably would read the comments to see like what like people are saying about it, but really like it's really tough for me like just for people to say things to just like make me like I'm really upset really like
Yeah.
there's a lot of people like this like YouTubers as well like there's a lot of like people like that say like yeah you can talk trash to them but like they'll either laugh at you say okay so what and just like it just won't bother them but like the thing is like not everyone is like that and that's what's happening like with people like at it.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting used to taking bad comments and crap because I do every once in a every once in a while I'll get kind of bored and I'll just debate people online and crap because it's good practice and you get new ideas and stuff.
Yeah, of
And so
course.
I mean a lot of people say a lot of horrible things to me. They're always I mean it's a lot of
It's the
liberals.
internet.
A
What can
lot
you do?
they say horrible things to me like
Yeah,
just
people are
like
scummy. And it's really
and
sad
I
to
Oh
say
yeah.
see.
I don't even care.
It's,
I'll say
I mean, like,
okay.
yeah,
I
like
always say,
in real
"Where's the
life, like, they
tolerance?"
won't.
I say, you guys are always trying to preach tolerance, but where is it? I don't see it. You guys are saying horrible things to me. Like I really don't care what you're saying, but
But you're
I
being
always call them out
hypocritical.
on that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, I don't take any comments people say to me to heart because I just know that they're just pissed off and triggered because of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's me personally, and I mean, and I, yeah, I mean, and I don't put my self worth in what other people think. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I put my foundation is in Christ. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't care what they think about me or what they're gonna say to me because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So I mean, that's just me personally.
Yeah, I completely get that.
Yeah,
And this thing, like the demonetization, is that a lot of people are getting their stuff taken down and their careers are
yeah,
being destroyed. And I guess I'll ask each of you individually, like Christian, we've been going on this for a while, and let's say we do
yeah.
get big, and we get demonetized once, and then we get copyright strike for something, and then our channel's taken down without really any warning. Like, how would that make you feel if all of our
Well, I would.
like
All right. So here's the thing: if we weren't going against guidelines, whatever the guidelines or whatever, I'd bring them to court. But if we were going against guidelines, I would, and we actually did get taken off. I would just say, hey guys, you know what? Go check out my podcast. We'll have the same stuff.
yeah, yeah,
We'll switch platforms or something.
of course,
Yeah,
and
yeah, but however, a problem with switching platforms is it's really like not ever like it doesn't really work all the time because like I can't personally I can't name it really any platform that's as big and popular as YouTube.
yeah,
That's
YouTube
similar to it.
is the best video streaming
It
platform
is yeah,
that
it
for
is
normal
like the
content.
platform that
We're
people
not
use.
talking about any other content, just like normal videos.
Hmm.
That's like the biggest thing, and a lot of people like YouTubers have been being their accounts have been being eradicated for
Hmm.
no reason without any
Sad.
warning. They're being taken down, and like I
Yeah.
said, what if that happened to us? Like, wouldn't you feel mad that
Yeah,
we had
sure.
no warning, no strikes? Because that's what's been happening to people.
Yeah, I definitely bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring it up to you to say what's going on and try to figure it out.
Yeah, of
And then
course.
but most of these cases, people they don't get any help. So these YouTubers have to start from scratch. And the biggest of this kind of case was with a YouTuber known as Monkey Jones. He was a comedy YouTuber. He did satire, but
Oh yeah.
he took it to the extreme. But he had very strong points that were very like one sided, and they were very.
Hmm.
Some of the stuff he said was not the best, but he always said stuff and he always put a reason behind it, and he never did anything that would directly contradict the guidelines. And I think he's on his fifth channel. He went from millions of subscribers to only a couple thousand now. And it's really
Yeah.
sad to see a fall from grace because YouTube just didn't like him. He literally tried putting his first two channels after the one he got taken down were immediately taken down just because of the name. which was
Yeah, I mean, it
close to
really
his own
depends. It
name.
depends how
Yeah,
big it
like
is. I mean, like Joe Rogan, if he ever made a different channel because he got demonetized, people love that guy.
The
But
same, but
obviously,
that's
they
what
don't
happened
follow
to
him and
him
everything.
because, but they were people couldn't find his channel because YouTube was censoring him and ghost banning him.
Oh,
yeah, well, that's not right.
Yeah, it's really
Like they,
sad to see that he had great content and he still does now, but he doesn't have as much popularity because he was really just stripped of all he had. And he wrote a
yeah.
book about it, and it looks pretty
yeah.
interesting.
I just have a problem. Yeah, I have a problem with censoring in general. But I mean, with YouTube, here's the thing with YouTube: if they're straightforward and they can censor all they, I mean, they can restrict certain things all they want as long as
It's fine.
they
They
tell you
tell
at
you
first, and and plus it's also they can restrict whatever they want because it's their platform. You know what I'm saying?
that is
So
right.
I mean, yeah. So as long as they're not being hypocrites or whatever, and they're following their platform, I'm
Yeah,
fine
but
with
that's
whatever
like
they're
the
doing.
case though. They've been being hypocrites, but
Yeah.
that's just terrible for those people. And there's another thing that I think Twitch does this. They feature up and coming streamers. So people only have like 20 viewers or 30. They feature people
Yeah.
a good amount of those people on random, and YouTube doesn't really help any like new YouTubers. They really just
Oh no, not at
let them
all.
fester.
No, that's you're on your own. You're on your
So
own.
like Twitch
Yeah.
is amazing because they help their new members, their new users, and when they're streaming,
Yeah.
you have a good chance to get featured because they feature a bunch of new and upcoming streamers like every day, and you have such an easy chance of getting that little like couple hundred people, and that just gonna go up from there if they really like your stuff. But with YouTube, you're
Yeah.
really just on your own. And do you think they should really do
Yeah.
something with this? Like, do you think they should be have like a new and upcoming kind of tab that they feature people in? Do you think they should be doing that?
I mean,
They want to
maybe they
help
should.
promote
Yeah.
they want to help promote their platform. I guess why not? But
Yeah,
Oh,
but like, see, the thing is, like, YouTube, like, it's honestly like, it's really tough.
it's a free for
Like,
all.
it really is. Like, you gotta figure you gotta figure it out yourself, man. Like right now, like, if you want to get big, YouTube is not the. You can't just do YouTube and get popular. It's just very unlikely.
It's
Like
unlikely.
how like. I mean, like it happens, but like it's not very likely to happen like with everyone on YouTube. Like how like people get popular, like they like maybe yeah, YouTube's their main uh like source of content for
yeah,
whatever they're doing, and but YouTube alone doesn't get them like famous. Like they have to like
Be a streamer or a
what's yeah
podcaster.
they always like streaming. They're also like have a big social media presence. Like and they like share it across. Like oh yeah, you if you follow my Instagram, also follow my YouTube and my Twitch and like Twitter and whatever. Like you
Yeah.
got to cross it over. Like and people like I mean like people will go over like usually for like YouTubers you like or almost any YouTubers. Like if you like follow, you don't just follow their YouTube. Like maybe like depending on how much you like the content, you also give them a follow on Instagram
Yeah,
or
of
like any
course.
other social media platform as well, just like to keep up with their content to see what's going on.
yeah,
And that's
Yeah.
how people really have to try. You, like TikTok's like another way to do it. Like TikTok, like there's a ton of content. Like there's like that's not what it's mainly known for. It's mainly known for a bunch of like 16 or 15-year-old girls dancing on it. But really,
and
there's a ton of content. Like if
Yeah.
you look hard enough, like
that's trash from
real
last time, bro.
like
Yeah,
honestly
we already went through.
like half the content that I see like is just like video game stuff because like what you gotta get used to, like you just got more. You use the app more. You like certain posts and like share and comment on some things, like on some posts. Like it'll recognize like which like posts or like topics you're like interested in that you enjoy. So like if I like Call of Duty clips like on TikTok, then like more Call of Duty clips are gonna show up in everything.
Yeah.
So and then so like TikTok like really actually like is surprisingly like a decent way to like to promote yourself because really it's honestly not that difficult to get like at least some people to see it, and then you from there you just try to spread it out more and more.
Yeah.
Because like I posted like a TikTok of a clip of me like playing Call of Duty and just running over and like landing on top of enemies in a helicopter, and then that got 1,000 views. I mean, like people say, "Oh, that's not big." It's like not Charlie. It's not like Charlie D'Amelio who gets millions. Like it doesn't matter. Like I've never got 1,000 views in anything before.
Yeah.
Like it's my first from TikTok, and then I also like I post like another clip of me like getting a long distance snipe like in ground war from Call of Duty, and like that also got like 800 views. Like TikTok actually like does a pretty good job of like spreading like what's the content like that people are interested. I mean, like it's not, I don't get like maybe you won't get like millions of views from it because like TikTok's not primarily known for like gaming and everything,
Yeah.
but you can actually get a decent like base there, like and try to spread it from there.
Yeah, I mean, and what's funny is, dude, all you have to do to get TikTok famous, be a 15-year-old like solid 10, bro. You just start dancing, and that's
Shut
it,
up.
man. Instant like 5 million views, man. It's over.
Yeah. All you get all the
I
pedophiles to
mean, that's
follow
just
you,
how it
and
is.
then you win.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
it.
don't
yeah,
get the
yeah, and
pedophiles.
also crop
With
top and
trans
short
dress,
shorts
dude.
Yeah.
or
That's why
leggings.
I took on being the thought police. Okay.
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course.
that's funny, man.
I guess another that kind of brings up another problem with YouTube is like these kind of channels with these young girls almost using their bodies to get money from people.
Well, that's what they
It's
do.
it's a
That's
thing
what they
at
do.
Twitch, and like they're basically fully it's they're pretty much breaking these guidelines of being almost super sexual, but without
Yeah.
being doing that right on direct being sexual, you know? Like they're doing
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
Yeah,
like it's not we're actually having sex. It's more of like they're pretty much putting themselves out there almost
well, they're using
as like
sex
can't
appeal, I guess.
yeah, they're using
yeah,
a lot
it's
of
sex
sex
appeal.
appeal
It's sex
and they're
appeal.
getting so much
Like
money
what they do
and
for
views, it's
advertising.
crazy. And it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
not fair to like normal people who just who are putting out good content and they're just like, oh, looks like no one's watching my stuff because too busy watching a 17-year-old girl dress in basically nothing.
And
So
then like twerk on the floor. Like, come on.
yeah, that's
Like,
what's happening in Twitch too, and that's a big problem
I mean,
with
if
these
people like
oh
the
yeah.
platforms.
content, then like whatever, man.
Like,
But
good for you, but it shouldn't be a thing, you know. Like just
it's like
using your
good for you.
body
You're
for
a pervert. Like,
yeah, and that's like with the whole simp thing. It's people being stupid with their money, giving these
it's so
Oh
funny.
YouTubers or
yeah.
streamers who use their body and their sex appeal to have these
Dude,
stupid
yeah,
people give them
yeah,
stupid amounts of money, and it's crazy to see that these
yeah.
girls
Like
that these guys
like
don't even know they get donated thousands of dollars per stream.
Belle Delphine, bro. Belle Delphine
yeah.
on
Oh
bathwater.
no,
Yeah, but
no,
she got
no,
taken
dude.
down with her
Yeah,
stuff.
she
She
Yeah.
did.
was full.
She did eventually. Yeah, she did get taken down.
Yeah,
And then
she.
she tried to make a comeback, but it just died.
Yeah, her stuff died, but
That's funny. That's funny.
she still has a lot of money on Twitch and stuff, or not on Twitch, on Patreon. But another thing that happened with this kind of YouTubers, you guys probably know who iDubbbz is, right?
I heard of him. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a pretty big YouTuber. He made a lot of funny
Yeah.
content.
yeah.
I like him. He's funny.
He's like a what's it called?
He's like
Like
he's satire. He's
I
comedy.
I forgot what it's called.
He's friends with
Yeah, like
Max
comedy.
Mofo. He was friends with Joe G or Filthy Frank, and
Yeah.
recently his girlfriend made a OnlyFans account. If you guys know what
Oof.
that is, and
Huh.
it
Interesting.
sparked. If you don't know what it, if anyone who's listening doesn't know what that is, it's basically similar to Patreon where people pay a subscription kind of to get pictures of whatever you want really, but usually it's girls posting very inappropriate and lewd
Yeah.
pictures, and
Yeah.
his iDubbbz's girlfriend posted this, and she has a my OnlyFans page, and she is estimated to be making about over $400,000 a month off of this.
Off of that alone,
Just pictures and videos, yeah.
are you
Dang,
serious?
bro.
Yeah. And
Yo,
he had the
Usurps are getting out of hand.
Yeah, man.
and everyone was getting mad at iDubbbz for him just not caring. He said, if my girl wants to do that, I'll support her. It's her
He's an
choice, not
idiot.
mine.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily support her, but I'll say like,
If it's her
you probably
choice.
shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, I'm a freaking dump your butt. Like, I don't want a man like looking at my girl. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says the complete opposite though. He doesn't really care. It doesn't change
like
her to him.
he just wants the money.
400,000 for
Like,
just
all right,
for taking
you can do
pictures.
it,
Come
but
on.
you can like 50% cut.
Yeah, they live in the same
It's
house, so who wouldn't want to have just a straight 400 from one thing? There's other things they both do. They're both streamers and do that kind of stuff. So that's just from her my only. She's getting money from Patreon and all that stuff. It's crazy.
it's actually insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but the
man.
thing is, like, there's a lot of YouTubers that, like, regular YouTubers, like, gamers or any, like, or what's it? I forgot what the term is. Like, Jake Paul and, what's it called? His
Vloggers?
brother, Logan Paul. Vloggers, yeah.
Yeah.
Vloggers. They make a lot of money like that.
Yeah, because they
And,
appeal to little kids, and little kids click on their videos, and they get to
yeah.
watch ad upon ad upon
Yeah.
ad. So
Yeah.
Clickbait.
And
Logan
honestly,
Paul plays
and
Fortnite.
vlogging
Gets
is
a
not,
victory royale.
vlogging is okay. But, like, but it really gets out of hand when all of this is used, like, for, like, girls, like, just showing off their body, like, in, like, really inappropriate ways.
yeah,
Like, you know?
but like with the vlogger slash blogger kind of thing, it's like Logan Paul. He's done a lot of terrible things and posted a lot of terrible things. His most iconic was when he went to the forest
Yeah.
and made fun of, taunted, and recorded a hanging corpse. And he posted that, and for millions of children. His stuff is directed towards children. His average age for people who view it are 10 to 13. It's like 12, 11, 13-year-olds are watching this. And I don't think anyone wanted to see a hanging corpse.
Yeah, bro. That's
I don't
pretty
think
true.
any kids
I mean,
want
that's
to see
something that would be
that.
on the dark web, dude.
No, he's just
Exactly.
dude. He's just appealing to the wrong crowd.
That's bad to say. But,
yeah.
yeah, he fully posted that video, and it didn't get taken down for a good amount of time just because of who he was and what he does.
Yeah.
And it's kind of corrupt to see like
It's
these
funny,
kids channels posting whatever they get
Yeah.
they get free reign basically, compared to this
Yeah, it's
people
messed
wanting
up.
appeal to adults or older people. It's not fair to
It's
to them really.
yeah.
They don't get equal opportunities.
Yeah. It's funny that you say like he appeals to like 10 to like 13-year-olds
Exactly.
because
That's,
I know someone that's definitely well over that age that still watches the
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
You know who?
yeah, we all know who we're talking about here. But
That's
his appeals for little kids, and you can see that in his
Yeah.
videos. Same thing with his brother, and his brother was recently caught with a little scam with him trying to have people pay him like a lot of money to teach them how to be a YouTuber. But really, it was a fake thing. It was all fake. You would pay him like $500 for like a lesson, and you get nothing.
Please tell me how to be a YouTuber. Just record videos.
It's
Hey,
like nothing.
Like, dude, I can be a YouTuber. Look at me, I'm kind of a YouTuber right now. We got this podcast thing going.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
good time.
To-
We're YouTubers.
For people to start up, all you have to do, like anyone who's listening, anyone can do this. You just gotta put your ideas out there and be brave. You just gotta say,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna post my ideas online and not care what anyone thinks. Like what Christian was saying is completely right. You have to know your own self-worth, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
So you just gotta
Yeah,
say,
it's very
you just don't
important.
care. You just gotta say, all you gotta do is look through the comments and find the constructive criticism
Just
and or
send it.
compliments.
Just send it.
That's all you gotta do. When you're looking at their comments, you just gotta find what you did right, what you did wrong, and what you can fix. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
care about
I
the
do see a
toxic
big- I-
people.
Yeah, I do see a problem that people would have though. Like, oh yeah, I want to be famous on YouTube, but I don't want to embarrass myself
Yeah, that's
because like people
my
in
original
school,
thought
like
was.
people in, because
It's scary to me.
like people in school. Like people in school will see it and I'll be embarrassed. Like, dude, like the thing is, like you don't have to really like show your identity or release it. no one needs to know like how you look to be famous. Like there's several
Yeah.
examples of that. Like I can name a few gamers that like success that way. Like Smitty, Swagger Souls.
He's not talking about the one we know. I
I'm
don't
not.
think
I'm
about
not. I'm
that.
not talking about the other
I'm not
Smitty. No,
saying,
I'm
bro.
talking. No, I'm not. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about that Smitty. I'm talking about the YouTuber Smitty that plays video games and is actually a decent YouTuber.
Oh boy.
I'm done, bro.
If only, dude. If
The true
only.
Smitty. He's a true maverick. If you didn't know, he's a true maverick.
You know it.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, but it's not too hard. It's just getting over that one hurdle. For me, at least, was
Yeah.
getting over this hurdle of me just putting myself out there. And now I'm gonna be
Just
doing
yeah.
this all the time because I know that I got friends who will support me, and I'm doing it with a couple of friends. So like, why should I care? I got people who like it and won't care. So that's what
Yeah,
we're gonna
sure.
do. We just get out
I mean,
there.
like I kind of find it ridiculous that like people you know like in school would like even like make fun of you like because oh
Yeah.
you do YouTube that's so corny. I'm like well
I'm like,
really
at least
it
I'm
doesn't
doing something with
matter.
my life. I'm not like vaping in the
Yeah.
bathroom and flunking all my
Oh yeah,
grades.
of course. Yeah.
Like that's
Like
like most of the kids in
like
schools these
it's
days.
honestly
That's
like
what they do.
it's
There's not a
yeah
lot
it's
of
But
like
they act
content
like we
creators.
stupid.
no, but they
It's
act like we
stupid.
need their approval. Like, why are you looking for someone's
Yeah.
approval that you're not gonna get? Or they're gonna make you stupid, like just make you
Yeah.
look stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
they're gonna embarrass you or just like
Yeah, exactly.
well, I don't know. Like it's
that's
like
what I'm saying, bro.
yeah, like you don't need people's approval. Like I mean, maybe your parents, especially if you
Well,
do
like
get famous.
your friends and
But
family is what you need. You just need to make sure
yeah,
you're doing something good, and if you want to ask someone for help or approval, you ask
just
your
like as
close
long
friends
as
and
you
family. You know?
yeah, like if you just any support really will help. Like you don't even like if you're independent, like oh like I don't need people's support. Like and like you could completely do it on your own. You could go on your own. You could like secretly be famous, like and not show your identity, and then
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
just be famous. And then your parents will be asking you like, why are you getting random stuff on the mail from YouTube? Are you rich?
It's like why do you have a lot of money in your bank account? It's like I know.
Where
What?
do you get this 10K from?
Yeah. What is 10K? Did you make $10,000?
Yeah, like with this kind
Like,
of stuff.
1
Jeez.
mil? Like, honey, how'd you make 1 mil? Like, you gotta let us know. Like, no, it's just people, 1 million people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people though. And the thing is,
It is. It really is.
that's what the dream is for us. We want to get our word out there. I said this last podcast. We just got to get our word out there. And this is always the hardest part of starting off. So that's why it's really the people who are listening right now. You guys are the true heroes who really get the word out for us and help us out because you guys are the ones who are going to be saying, "Hey, this is really cool. You should listen to this." You're the ones who are spreading the word initially, and it really
I'm
helps,
not.
and it helps a lot, you
Yeah.
know. And it's
You
how
know.
you give the word to more people, and it gives more popularity to us, which makes us really say, oh, we gotta make more episodes, you know. So
Yeah.
that's you just gotta encourage. If the fan base is big and they keep getting bigger, then they keep they really encourage us.
Shut up! Shut up!
If your crew is big and it keeps getting bigger.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't finish that. That's actually
Uh,
terrible. No.
Dude, I
Yeah.
think that at
This
church
is not
camp,
what gets
bro.
us demonetized.
Dude, alright, funny story. So I was at my church camp right over the summer, and so I'm like, me and my friends, there's like a talent show. It's the first time ever doing this. The camp, I've been going there for years. It's called Camp Hut. Really, no, really great church camp. I honestly love it. But they're
Yeah, it
doing a
sounds
talent show. Me
nice.
and my friends, we're like, let's do something funny, but it's gotta be appropriate because yeah, we're at church camp. So we sing rapping for Jesus, but we
Yeah.
switched that word with Savior, and so it was a lot of fun,
Yeah, that
man.
sounds
It
really
was
fun.
yeah, it's just really funny though.
You got thin ice, buddy.
Yeah, because you just saw the counselors that actually knew the song.
Yeah, it's clever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun though. Like true bonding time with friends. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna start promoting this podcast through TikTok now. Like I'm just gonna make another account and just post highlights.
Yeah,
that'd be fun, man.
that's great. It's always about just getting the word out here, and I encourage any of our listeners, to try out doing something like
What's that?
just try out making content. Just try putting yourself out there. You never know what will happen. So, I really suggest to like all of you guys to like just try. I'm gonna send in one of our group chats a picture of what we talked about recently. But yeah, content creation is very hard these days to like get started on. Like just starting, and it's really hard for people for like getting good in YouTube. And it's just you just gotta persevere, keep going,
Yeah,
always
persevere, stay motivated. Just
just gotta keep
expose,
going.
just expose yourself. Like,
And
just
especially in these
keep
kind of
like,
times, you got nothing better to do. So make something, show your
yeah,
work, be proud of what you're
yeah,
making. And I guess I can wrap up the main portion of our episode if you guys are good. Either one of you have anything else really?
yeah,
You have something? But yeah, I think I'm all good though. If you want me to continue on.
yeah. We can hear you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, learn something new.
Oh, I can't hear Christian. I
You
can't hear him
can.
right now. No, I can't.
Oh no, Christian.
Disconnect and join again.
Yeah. We'll just edit this out.
Nah, it's fine. I
I
can't
can
hear
hear you.
Christian. That's nice.
I can still hear him.
Why?
Do you have him muted or something?
No, I don't. Alright, we good?
Back in it.
Yeah, now we're good.
Can you hear him now?
I can hear him.
Ah, okay, great, great.
Alright, go back
All
to
right,
what you were
continue,
saying,
Christian.
Christian.
Alright, so I was saying, so like, especially students out there, or just even like, yeah, people in college or whatever. During this time, honestly, like this is what I've been doing. Just find new hobbies to do. Just find something that you got all this free time. Just find something that can make your life better, and just like stuff you could do in the future. Like I don't know, I just started doing more reading and stuff. Just that kind, just small thing,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm starting to get into like making music, and like, it's nothing really fancy. I'm just like making beats on GarageBand on my phone.
Yeah. It's
Just
he's a 17-year-old dude who's starting off being a rapper in Detroit. He's gotta get out.
No.
He's gotta get SoundCloud out there. Get that clout. But yeah.
Yeah.
Get that clout.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a rapper, dude. I'm from Detroit.
You can't have shit in Detroit though. So gotta move.
What's? Oh yeah.
That's just the quota. Everyone knows that.
Yeah,
But
you gotta move out.
You gotta move
I mean,
out.
yeah,
Gotta get me out of
definitely,
Detroit, man. Gotta get me out.
So yeah, definitely so just YouTube needs to get their act together.
I'll go to
Honestly,
Cliff then.
Yeah.
they just need to start being fair to their users. Cause yeah, just Steven Crowder's been dealing with all of that kind of stuff and a bunch of other channels, especially conservative channels. So yeah, they gotta figure it out, man. They gotta figure it out. 'Cause it's really getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like again with what's it called? I forgot what I was gonna say now, man. I was gonna say something.
He was gonna say something, guys.
I was gonna say something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hobbies. Yeah, like literally, like during the coronavirus, like there's so many opportunities. Like go online, like search some new hobbies. Like, is there something you're interested? Literally, just go YouTube, learn about it, and just try to get in.
Yeah.
Try to don't like spend like hundreds of dollars trying to get into like buying equipment for stuff or like whatever. Like just try to keep it cheap just to start off, you know? Just see if you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
like now I kind of like making music a little bit, and I literally just started like 3 days ago. And
Yeah.
it's pretty
and now
cool.
We're
And
doing a podcast. Like, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
having a YouTube
I was in-
channel.
I-
It's all up now. You know.
Well, here's the thing. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time, guys. Honestly,
It's just
like,
getting
Yeah,
together. That's always
yeah.
the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
for sure.
Yeah, like personally, I wanted to do like I've never really thought much of podcasts until like I actually listened to one, and really, they're really just a good time. It
Yeah,
really
you know,
is. Like I
yeah,
like,
the pa-
honestly like 4 days ago, I didn't know I was gonna be in a podcast. I was gonna be on YouTube and everything.
Yeah, well, here, shout out to Ben Shapiro. A couple years ago, us
Bruh,
risking the
I don't think he needs a shout
politics
out.
and stuff. Well, I don't know. Any of you listeners that want any I don't know, just something interesting to listen to, any of the news or anything,
Other than
Ben
us.
Shapiro's got it. Other than us, Ben
Yeah, if
Shapiro's
you're sick
got it,
of
man.
hearing us.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro's got it. Like, he got me like into podcasts and everything. I've been listening to him for a while. On like long car rides, I just put on the Ben Shapiro show, and it's some really good
Yeah,
stuff, man.
yeah, I like
So
going on Snapchat, looking on your story, and just finding a nice Ben Shapiro clip
Yeah.
there, waiting
Oh
for me.
wow.
It really just enlightens my day. I actually I just get smacked in the head with some knowledge, and I just enjoy it.
Yeah, shout out to that
I,
video
j-
that
I,
just popped up in my notifications real quick. Sorry. Go
I don't.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there
super interesting.
is everyone else good? Can we
Yeah, yeah.
move on to random stuff part two?
Yeah. Yes, I'm excited.
Oh, he's excited.
Oh, wait, one last thing, guys. I'm sorry.
No.
One
You're good,
last thing.
Christian. Oh, keep going.
All right. What do you guys think about censorship in
Like,
general?
what do you mean censorship? Like in general, overall?
Yeah, just censoring.
Overall, it's wrong, but it depends. Private company like YouTube,
Yeah.
obviously, like they
It
have a right to do
depends.
it. But like
They have-
the government, like yeah, it depends on what they censor. But the government, like they shouldn't censor anything.
Yeah, just stay out of it.
Freedom of speech. Freedom of
Um,
speech.
I think they should only censor the anti-Semitic bad stuff. Like if someone's putting out like propaganda, like let's say they're putting out like
Oh yeah.
terrible anti-Semitic stuff, they should like say
Yeah.
no, don't let that go through, because that shouldn't
No,
be a thing.
no. I mean, with the government, they should definitely stay out of speech. Because remember, the Constitution isn't restricting our rights; it's restricting the government's rights from restricting us. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we have the
Yeah,
freedom, we have the First
yeah.
Amendment for a serious reason. Because once you start, it's a slippery slope. Once you can ban one speech, you can start banning a bunch of other speech.
Mhm.
And so it's very important. So people can say anti-Semitic crap all day, racist crap all day. It makes them look like a horrible person, but it doesn't mean that you should start censoring. Like you should censor them because speech is very important, especially in modern day culture. Because the left and college campuses,
Yeah, dude,
and
like-
just online, just in like on Instagram
Yeah,
and
like
stuff, they're
everywhere.
always
Like you
trying
got
to.
the entire internet.
They're censoring alternative opinions and stuff, and that's not right. So no, speech is very important these days, especially like spreading the truth and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I
I
can
mean,
see that.
maybe some fact checking, but still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should always be fact checking and making sure it's the truth. That's. But I don't think
Yeah,
you
dude,
should be just.
I don't really
saying
trust
it's
the
alright.
mainstream.
Yeah, I
All right, I
guess.
think
Never
that's
mind.
it. I think that's a good way to end.
Uh,
So now on to random crap. Random stuff.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
I've been studying a lot of this stuff. So.
I've been.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
I've been going through the news last night, just
Oh, really?
looking through interesting articles just to
Yeah.
talk about today. I'm gonna I mean, they're kind of in an order from what I like best, what's just out there and interesting. And so I have 10 things. I mean, one of them technically doesn't count. I just found it and thought it was the funniest thing ever. But I'll just say this one first. So I was just scrolling through the news and I got to the biology section. I'm like, okay, what do we have here? First article in the biology section. You can, and this is the title, you can quote me on this. Dry humping is better than sex.
Ah, yeah.
That's a smack in the forehead for me. Like,
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
What the heck's
I-
better than you?
I know,
Like,
David.
okay.
I know you totally agree with that article. I guarantee you do.
I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't.
I think he would know.
All
Don't
right,
trust
and
him.
then, all right, another article I found. Reportedly, Nintendo has I don't know if they're in the process right now, but they're probably gonna be remastering older Nintendo games, like not super old, like Super Nintendo 64
I saw that.
or like Super Mario 64. Like they're gonna be remastering Super Mario Galaxy and stuff, and Super Mario Galaxy 2, like those games.
Ah,
I
yeah,
remember
I saw
playing
that.
those games as a kid.
They're not
Like
that
that's
Yeah.
old,
really
but they're
like
kind of old in a way.
yeah, like they're not super old, but they're older. Like they're like Wii games.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
let's see what else. What else do I have? Oh yeah, like coronavirus hit 1 million cases.
That's
Yay,
crazy.
that's great news,
Who would have
everyone.
thought?
All right, and so everyone's been wondering why there's been hand sanitizer shortages. Because
Who would
everyone's
have
going
thought?
crazy for.
Yeah, everyone's
Everyone's
going
going
crazy
crazy
for it right
for it.
now. Like it's insane. Like
Really, I'm
okay, okay,
so
okay.
but here's what I got. So for everyone on the planet to have their own one, like they're not their like huge bottle, like their small little bottle that they may keep in their car, in their purse, or in their backpack, like that small little hand sanitizer they usually keep there. For every single person in the world to have one, I converted it from like to like American. I
To
converted it from
American.
like I
American.
yeah I converted it from liters to like gallons and everything.
Yeah, go
Just
ahead.
an estimate, and it's all an estimate. But like for everyone to have in the planet to have one small bottle of hand sanitizer, they would need 101.8 million gallons,
Wow.
and only 10% of that is produced a year.
Wow, really? That's cool.
It's actually insane. Yeah.
Damn. Man.
So like you've been wondering why there's been a shortage, it's because there's literally no. It gets actually insane.
Like people aren't really hoarding it. Well, people are hoarding it, but it's like there wasn't really enough in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Okay, so this one's nothing great, but like Tupac Shakur, like old rapper, he's dead.
Yes.
He has like his like iconic bandanas are going to be auctioned.
Wow. That's
Bro,
cool.
what? That's fire.
Yeah, so that's something pretty.
All right, hold on. Before you continue, how much do you think one of those bandanas are gonna go for? How much do you think?
Oh, he's easily like in the thousands for sure, but like
I'd
I
say
don't know how
like
much.
50,
I don't know.
50 grand.
Yeah.
I don't know
Wow.
if it's going to be just like I don't know if it's going to be 2 grand or like five or like $300,000. Like I don't know.
It's gonna
Like,
be a
I don't
couple
know who they're
grand
being
at
sold
least,
to.
is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's
easily.
definitely it's for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy how
All
much
right,
like some
let's see what else
article
we
of
have.
clothing can go for.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
All
Yeah,
right,
but
let's
it's
see.
like he's a legend. He's a literal legend. So
Yeah.
He is
that
a
makes
legend.
sense.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Okay, so Governor Cuomo, the governor of New York State, his brother has the coronavirus.
Ah, that's
So
It sucks.
yeah,
I'm sorry to hear
sucks
that.
to suck.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
That's screwed
no,
up.
like I wish I hope you get better. You probably won't even hear this, but all right, let's see what else. A man got detained in England for breaking the absolute corona lockdown in London, England, to play Pokemon Go.
okay, hold on. Let me just paint a
I'm
picture in your head
dead.
real quick. So you're a police officer going on patrol, and you're supposed to make sure that no one's on the street to prevent the virus. And
Yeah,
you
no,
see a
yeah,
guy
no, yeah, no
walking
one
down the
didn't.
street with a phone in his
Yeah,
hand playing Pokemon Go, and you can probably hear the sounds going off, and you're like a little Pikachu noise, and you're just like you look over, and there's just a guy just sitting there playing Pokemon Go during this epidemic,
yeah,
and he's just sitting there
yeah,
flicking
there's some
his finger on his phone, and you're just an officer sitting there watching this, and you're like, what am I gonna do? There's a man here. Do I have
yeah,
to beat him,
yeah.
or how am I gonna have to
The
do
main
this?
reason, yeah, for the main reason he got in trouble was because he didn't leave his house for a probable cause. Like Pokemon Go wasn't considered a probable cause.
What do you
Going to
mean?
the store
Pokemon
for
Go has to
groceries
be.
and food is a probable cause. But playing Pokemon Go, unfortunately, is not. So bad news
That's
for
freaking
y'all playing.
hilarious.
That's not.
All right, what else?
That's
Oh yeah.
unjust.
All right, let's see what else. Okay, we got
It's pretty funny, man.
A beekeeper from England is making electrical music from bee sounds.
That's cool.
So like
Right.
so like he's like sticking microphones in beehives of drone bees, worker bees, and like the queen bee, to catch the sounds from them and
That's
just
not.
making
That's
like
what you're doing, right?
like
That's your music.
EDM. Nah, not really. Not really.
You don't have your own
Alright,
beehive.
now,
Come on, what? Come on, man.
all right. Now these
Come on.
these last
These
two,
last two, man.
I'm having trouble
Ladies and
thinking
gentlemen,
of
these
which
last
one
two.
to talk
Listen to
about
this.
first, because I want to save the best one for last, and both of them are really good.
Alright, let's hear it.
Okay. I'm gonna say this one first. All right. A Georgia man was pleaded guilty for planning an attack on the White House and was arrested by undercover agents pretending to be dealers of weapons. Of weapons that the man was planning to buy. He was planning
Wow.
on buying semi-automatic rifles, explosives, and you guys need to Google this, an AT-4 rocket launcher.
Ah, he's looking to buy a rocket launcher to raid the White
Dude,
House.
To attack the White House.
Nice.
to attack the White House with?
Yeah, to attack to attack the White House.
You
Oh,
know,
a man
just
from
to buy
I
in
Georgia.
think it'd take a
general.
little bit
That sounds
more.
pretty
Like a
dope.
one-man army, I don't think it'd get to the White House. Get to the White House. Maybe a rocket launcher would help, but I don't think you'd get too far after that
Yeah.
first shot.
He's gonna like try to Terminator the entire thing.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, if
pretty
he
sure
Get
wasn't
the
gonna do it,
minigun.
honestly, if you didn't get caught and he wasn't gonna do it to get to attack the White House or anybody, honestly, I don't even care. Buy that crap. Just if he's just gonna go try to
Where
attack
do
the
you
president,
get
then I
a
got a
rocket?
problem. Black market.
Yeah, the black market. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, he got like, it didn't. Unfortunately, the article didn't say which agency got him, whether CIA, FBI, or whatever. But yeah, that happened.
That sounds so
And
great.
this, it's probably the best. Florida man leads police on a high speed car chase after trying to teach his dog, a pit bull, to drive.
Yo, that's funny.
Can you
That-
just say that one more time? Just say that one more time. Let's let it soak in, everybody.
I'll say this one more time. Florida man leads police on a high-speed car chase after trying to teach his dog, a pit bull, to drive.
Yes, this is all real.
Very
So
interesting.
I'm a police
This is
officer, and I get to see
America.
a pit bull in a car, and not like the Mr. Worldwide. I'm talking about a pit bull.
The dog.
I'm not talking about Mr. Worldwide.
Oh.
I don't think he was talking about Mr. Worldwide
No,
driving
no,
a
he's
car.
talking about-
He's
he's
talking about the
talking
dog.
The four-legged boy.
Imagine,
Bruh.
imagine
And
Pitbull
like,
teaching
the-
a pit
the
bull how
crazy-
to drive.
They brained it, man.
The craziest part about it, though, like when he was trying to drive the car chase, like he was reaching like over 100 miles an hour.
How
Like
fast
in
was
like
he
a
doing?
90,
I
like in a
missed
90,
you
like in a
there.
97 Buick, like in a 97 Buick or something. But yeah, I think that was probably the best article I read.
I missed
That's
you.
pretty
How fast was
legendary.
he trying going? How fast was this car going?
Oh, like over 100.
Oh my gosh.
That is quite legendary.
Dude.
Pitbull teaching a pitbull how to drive.
That's
imagine
pretty
that.
legendary,
I mean, I don't know if Pitbull was teaching the dog how to drive, but you know, it's
Just
Florida
imagine
man.
it was Florida man.
It was Florida. It was Florida man.
Classic Florida man. Am I right?
Florida man strike. Yeah, Florida man strikes.
Florida man strikes again. That's all
Sometimes he
there.
scares me, but most times he makes me smile.
And I'm gonna suggest to all of our audience who's listening, just look up Florida man headlines, and just take a look. I think we should make Florida a completely different country because
Yeah,
Florida
you
is
will-
just
you will-
so different from everywhere else. It deserves its own country because those
Yeah,
people are not from. Those people are not the same species as us. The Florida folk are so much different
There-
than
there's
us
some-
normal humans. But
There's something.
yeah, that was great, David.
Listen,
That
you
was
do
quite
you,
fantastic.
man.
You do you. That is quite a good way to put it. Yeah, what would you
Salute
do?
to you, Florida man?
What would you do if you were a cop and you're patrolling? You see a man going 100 miles an hour with a pit bull in the driver's seat.
In the
What'd you do?
driver's seat.
What would you do then?
No.
Dude, I'd piss myself.
I think I would be too afraid in the
I'd be
presence
kind
of
of
Florida
scared.
man.
I wouldn't go near the guy, man. I'd just let him go. Like,
What I was really disappointed about the article, though, when I read it, it didn't identify the guy as Florida man. It just said a man,
A man.
and then later he was from Florida. I'm like, bruh, like honestly, just disappointed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's depressing.
Yeah.
I got
Christian,
some
you
good
got
stuff,
anything?
man. All right, let's see what I got. I got notes. All right, so something big. Remember, it's like maybe it's a week ago, but remember how politicians, a couple of senators, Republicans and Democrats, were accused of selling stock with former knowledge um, before
Yeah.
like the whole crash. That's
Wait, then
absolutely
why? Wait,
insane,
then,
bro.
wait.
So, but
Why didn't? Oh wait, no,
they
never
made
mind.
bank.
Yeah,
No.
they
So,
obviously
question:
made
have
a.
you guys heard
They
anything
obviously
much
made
about
bank.
that lately? Because
No,
I just
I
I
haven't really
that's
seen
absolutely
much.
yeah, I personally haven't heard really anything
yeah. I
about it.
thought that was interesting. That's I think isn't that a felony? Yeah.
It could be. I don't personally know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I also we maybe talked about this yesterday. But 11, it was determined that I think it was a university. They determined that it didn't go down due to fires. So the question is, I watched the video too multiple times, plenty of times. It looked like a controlled demolition. So if it was actually a controlled demolition, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, that was
Why are
crazy
they
that you
doing
told me that
a
yesterday.
control? Yeah, why are they doing a controlled demolition while two towers are going down, and then covering it up for 20 years? Like I want answers, man. I'm serious. I'm curious to see what's going on right there.
there's probably just extra just to blame it on those some. They probably U.S. government at the time probably saying, yeah, this is what's going
No,
on with the
but
guys, just
all right,
getting on
but
my
the
nerves.
fact that
Let's
they were
just blame
doing
it
it
on him.
during the same time, the same day that the two towers were going down, that I don't think that's
Wait,
really a coincidence.
what if they were in the middle of the demolition and what's it called? If they were in the middle of the demolition, but then like the tower did actually strike it, or like it did
No, a tower
eventually
didn't
get a caught
strike
on
it,
fire.
dude.
Yeah. I
It
know,
just
but like,
mysteriously went down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's something to think about. Honestly, it's really wet. And I also saw, yeah, just think about that.
Yeah.
Then I also saw that Pelosi is launching an investigation into Trump, into
Okay. So,
his.
bro, I don't
Come
even.
on, was she seriously gonna?
No one likes
what
Pelosi.
is she investigating?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
plus
investigating into his actions during this coronavirus thing.
what
Like, come
action?
on, put politics aside for a second. Why are you attacking the president right now? It's such a serious thing. I saw something. He was actually taking measures back in January 6th. A travel notice issue for Wuhan. January 17th, health entry screenings at airport. So January 20th, Department of Vaccine started. January 29th, a task force was created for the coronavirus.
Task.
And so it's this. All right, it's supposed to talk. So they said. So what was Nancy Pelosi focused on during that time? The impeachment.
Trump.
So they're attacking
Yeah.
Trump for not being aware during that time, which he was, for
You know
not
what?
like doing enough during that time when we're focused on impeachment, and that's all we saw in the news.
What if China and the Democrats are working together?
Okay,
I
we're
think
not
that.
doing conspiracy theories.
Yeah, not today, not today. We'll
That's
save
not. That's
conspiracies for another day. Something to
Conspiracy
think about.
later.
that'll be for another day.
Yeah, that's another day, man.
I
I
found
just thought
something.
of it, so I had to bring it up.
I think I had some more stuff.
It's
Really
only
funny crap.
conspiracy. It's fun to play. It's not serious, by the way.
Alright, I got some really funny stuff for you guys right here. Alex Jones claims he'll review the identity of Q next Wednesday if Joe Rogan doesn't expose Q before then.
Okay. Okay.
So
So,
for those of you who don't know, QAnon, it's the mainstream calls it a conspiracy. I don't think it's a conspiracy, but basically it's military intel, a group of military people that work closely with Trump, and they release information on 8kun or I think 4chan through it's anonymous, like it's basically like another anonymous group.
You could
But
probably
they
just
drop
track the IP.
yeah, it's like it's on. You can look at their posts on QMap.pub. But what they do is, since the media, a lot of people don't trust it. They post a lot of information before you have knowledge of it that comes out in the media. But they post things through and they ask you questions because they can't directly tell you things because I'm pretty sure it's illegal. So they lead you to thinking through questions, and it's really interesting stuff. But nobody knows the identity of them because it's like top secret pretty much. And Alex Jones he's over here like, yeah, I'm gonna expose Q. I know who he is. I'm gonna tell you next week if Joe Rogan does it. It's like, Alex, you're a joke now.
Like watch Joe Rogan somehow get it right, and
Yeah, no, it's like,
and Alex Jones will completely wrong. He goes, yeah, I knew that.
yeah, I mean, like Alex Jones used to be really great. He had some good
I
information for people
honestly,
that are just starting to get into conspiracies or just anything, and just any serious topic when you want to start thinking about who your government is. But
I'm
he
gonna
had
be
some
dead
good
honest.
information. But now
I'm
he's
gonna be
just
dead
like
on.
he's just being used to make us look like crazy people, or just like he's just a meme now. Like the guy, I
Yeah,
can't
that's
take him seriously
like
anymore.
he's really just he
Like
really
he
is.
used to be, he
Like
used to
that's
have good
like
Yeah,
content, but
he's
now
love
just
no,
a
I can't take
big
him
meme.
serious.
It's kind of
They're
I
just
sad.
a
love
joke.
Rogan
Yeah,
content
it's
because
super sad.
it really is just
It's sad because
it
he used to
is
actually have
it's
good stuff, but now he's just a joke.
unfortunately, yeah, it's the case. Like it's really just that's that's all anyone's.
But yeah, check
It's
out the website qmap.pub. They have some good stuff on there. But wait, hold on, stuff. Just other stuff to look to, guys. Some really interesting stuff. Like it's
You're
it was
cutting out
written
there.
by a guy. It's like written in early 1900s, just talking about how like it's kind of it's like a conspiracy. It's just something interesting, but like they talk about how the government's gonna use like what's it called, hologram, to like stage alien invasion. It's just really interesting stuff to read about. And MK Ultra, that's some really interesting stuff right there. Uh, I can't. I'm gonna have to look at the dates again, but 1900s. The CIA was using. They were taking in like druggies off the road and stuff, just volunteers, and they were drugging them with LSD and
Ah, that
finding
sounds
mind
fun.
control tactics on them. Really interesting stuff. Just look into it, guys. It's some really good stuff. Just I don't know, something you
I
guys
mean,
could
We
look
mind
might
into
talk
control is a
there.
about it
big
on one
thing,
of our
man. Because
episodes.
like, I mean,
Yeah, I will.
mind what like causes mind control because it's such like a powerful thing, dude. Because like, a government uses it against other government, just send an insurgency team like to like Russia, and to like have Putin like mind control Putin, and then have him like do something stupid, and then bam, like
Well,
the
I mean,
U.S.
they
has
don't even
power.
need to do that. We have
Yeah,
technology now that can make it look like you know how you can use filters.
yeah,
Well, they can do that with people's actual faces and use their actual voice
yeah,
and actually
yeah.
make videos, and that's really scary. But
Yeah, it
yeah, I just
is.
thought that was really
Identity
cool.
theft is a really serious thing that can happen here, and it's
Yeah,
so easy at this point. Um, I got a
I just
couple.
have one more thing.
You
Sorry.
got one more
So
thing. You're
another
good.
thing we could. Sorry about that. Another thing we could talk about in another episode, guys. Simpsons predict.
What was that?
Really crazy crap.
Can you
Too
repeat?
much homework.
Yeah. Can you repeat that? You kind of cut out there.
All right, sorry. The Simpsons prediction.
Oh my. Yeah,
Dude,
that's a
there's some
big
good
thing.
stuff in there. Honestly.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
crazy with some of that stuff. I got a couple of things here. So a couple of little tiny things that somewhat happened to be about coronavirus. One of them is that a couple places in I thought it was a lot of states are now shutting down their schools, and especially a couple hours ago, in Colorado shutting down their schools for the year, and
oh damn.
yeah, and we're the worst in here in New York, so it's really an easy thing that we will be canceled. The school year will be, but yeah, that's pretty interesting to see. And there's another one, the beer Corona. They've actually stopped their production has been stopped for right now. They're not making any more Corona.
No.
Yeah. So they're not making any more Corona because of Corona.
That's
Isn't
freaking hilarious.
Isn't that ironic? And I guess there's one more that this seems a bit interesting. Zoom? The
Yeah, it's been getting really stupid popular. Everything,
What?
so people could like talk with each other.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Oh,
FaceTime kind
Zoom.
of thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah. With Zoom, like so every week I'm involved in like a couple like Bible study youth group.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. And so what they've been doing now is they've been doing it all in Zoom. So I mean, it's a great way to talk to each other and stuff and do meetings. But at the same time, I heard that there's a lot
Yeah.
of hackers
Yeah, so
stealing
I'm
people's
reading an
information.
article. I read an article saying that it's technically it could be identified as malware because it's so easy for people just to come in and see what you're doing. And there's been a lot of cases of
Wait, just anyone?
yeah. So people, it's really easy for people to see you and access your cameras and such. And they like also you're not really these aren't really private, these conversations and FaceTime things. So people can easily drop in and see what you're doing and take like the footage
Like
and
random
audio.
people?
Yeah, like hackers. And it's scary to think like, oh
That's
my, your
actually
FaceTime
scary.
is being taken.
Your FaceTime is
Yeah,
getting
that's not good.
hacked.
Yeah, it's
Like,
scary.
wait, do the people like ever like find out like, oh, someone's in our FaceTime?
Well, people eventually find out when they find their faces, and we can read it more into the Zoom, because it seems a bit risky and scary that people are being
Yeah. You know what?
saying
I'm
these kind of
glad I
things.
didn't. I'm glad I didn't download it because I nearly did for a Bible study thing.
Yeah, I
Because
wouldn't use.
now
It's a bit scary.
because yeah, I'm old enough
And there's
now
all those kind of
because
movies that are like it. And I got one more thing. Oh, Tesla. So you're talking about the stocks of Tesla not doing too good,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Tesla themselves, they're actually doing quite well. They're having quite high sales right now, and they're doing very
like
well.
flamethrowers or
No, they're not doing flamethrowers. Of
Interesting.
cars, they're selling a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
cars.
yeah.
They're doing very well, and I think that's quite interesting.
yeah.
That
And
is
they're also
interesting.
not making they said they make ventilators, but they're not making ventilators. So that was a
Isn't Ford doing that?
no. Trump rejected them. He said no to them making them.
Bro, what?
Wait, ventilators? What are ventilators?
It helps you breathe.
Yeah.
But they make BPAP machines, is what Tesla's been making instead of ventilators. But it's quite interesting to see, like, all these companies are trying to help, but then some of them are lying, and then other ones, they really can't help out because they're not being lent by certain people and politicians. But that could be said another time. And I think. Oh, and there's another little fun article. We talking about BTS yesterday. Christian and I were.
Oh gosh, man.
No,
And
no.
Yeah.
some of the members are actually donating money and trying to fight coronavirus using their money and
Oh, that's
fame to
good.
keep people in. And there's a couple other celebrities.
Good for them.
But yeah, we're talking about BTS, and they're actually trying to help. So good job on
I
Korea.
mean, didn't one of their didn't one of their members lied about having it?
I think so, but they're helping. They're helping. So
Yeah, that's good, man. Good for them, honestly.
and it's
Good
always
from
good
that.
to see people helping out everyone else. So
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's what I got.
I have other stuff.
We got.
Wait, hold up, bro.
We gotta end up.
Yeah, alright.
We gotta end real. We gotta end. This is a longer episode here. I haven't been paying attention to time, so I guess.
Oh, I
let's
just
just-
have
hold
one more
How
thing
long
to
is
add.
it?
Oh wait,
It's been a
is
good
that
amount
it?
of
Is that all
time.
we got today, or
We-
can I
we
add
got-
one
we
more
got-
thing?
we have to do our little. We have to do our
recommend.
recommendations for today, but I'm gonna change up what recommendations we do.
Wait,
but,
what recommendations? Ooh, interesting.
So I think I think that's all the time we got for today. So
Alright,
we're gonna
then.
do our recommendations. So today we're going to be recommending a show for you to watch.
A
'Cause,
show?
Yeah, you got shows to binge.
Oh,
So for me, I'm gonna recommend.
That's fair.
I guess everyone's probably been recommending this, but The Tiger King. It's a documentary on Netflix, and it's very interesting and very cool, and it's super confusing. And I suggest it's really funny. I
Okay.
suggest you watch it. It's really funny. It's about a crazy.
I gotta watch it.
Christian,
It's
you're
about a
getting
crazy
us
guy. That's all. That's all you gotta know.
yeah.
David, what's your
I mean,
recommendation?
I have quite a few. Can
You-
I
we got
recommend
one.
multiple shows?
One recommendation.
Just one show?
Now.
Just one recommendation
Yeah.
right now.
Right now.
Ooh, okay. I gotta make it good. Let me think. No, that show's old. That show's kind of old.
Just say one.
It's a TV show. It's
What was it?
it's for mature. It's for mature audience. Cause it's not. It's honestly like, it's
Just spit it out,
kind of
David.
inappropriate a little bit. But
Spit it out,
basically
David.
but basically it's about a bunch of people going after Nazis after because so basically the Nazis are hiding in America and were like brought over by the U.S. government to say, hey,
Okay.
you Nazis are actually kind of smart, even though you did terrible things. You know what? We'll use you as our you get us to stuff. And basically, a group of
That's what
people
we
like
did.
start and a bunch of and basically in the show, a bunch of like ex
Don't need to
Jews that were
explain the
like
whole show. It's
that were
good.
in Auschwitz and started to realize this and then killed those Nazis.
Okay, so what's that show
Well,
called?
for
What's the show called,
It's
David?
called it's called it's called Hunters. It's an anime show.
Okay.
all right,
Christian, go
guys, all
ahead.
right, all right. One more thing to add on. He's saying, look up Project Paperclip or Operation
Yes,
Paperclip. We
What's it
took in
called?
a
was that
bunch. We took
yeah,
in a bunch of Nazi scientists after the war. They're the
yeah,
people that started. They helped start NASA. Really interesting stuff. But
yeah.
my recommendation for the day, for a show. Well, listen, I've been watching this for a long time.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The Office.
Oh
Well, if you've
boy.
already watched The Office,
Uh,
watch Parks and Recreations. Both
Dad, those
amazing.
are two funny
I mean,
sitcoms, let me tell you. All right,
yeah.
that's
I mean, those are. I mean, it's an old,
yeah,
but okay,
it's a good show. So that's all the
it's
time we
good.
got for today.
It's
This was a longer episode, I can see.
Yeah.
So I guess we got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and or night. So hope you all are well. Stay healthy. And this was your
Yeah. Have a
daily
good night, guys.
dose of C.A.D.
I we did a good yeah. Daily